Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel. Of course, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC, and where the best reviews wrestling. And I'm back here. It is officially Wednesday, September the 25th of 2024. We got, of course, Dynamite Grand Slam coming on later tonight. Should be a great show, loaded show. Can't wait for that. That's a little later, in a couple hours, about 5-6 hours from now. It's a little past 1 p.m. And so I figured I'd go ahead and make this video. Before that, I go ahead and make this video. I do have the day off, so I'm kind of here chilling, relaxing. It's fucking raining outside. It's a rainy day, but I'm inside, so you know, it's whatever. But anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and make this video because this is a topic that I personally wanted to talk about ever since I heard the reports from about a week or so ago, and people have been talking, people have been clamoring about this, and there are a few people out there who have asked my opinion on it, so I figured I'd go ahead and give it to you here in this video. So today I'll be talking about the news that the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix, and Pentagon, aka Penta El Cero Miedo, are on their way to WWE. They've either already signed with WWE, or they are going to sign. And that was the report that came out a week or so ago. So the Lucha Bros are on their way to WWE. People have asked me my opinion about it. I'm going to give you my honest, upfront opinion. I'm not going to bullshit. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I personally believe that the Lucha Bros going to WWE is a mistake, and I think ultimately it will be a bad move for them, for themselves, for their careers. Just me personally, I think it's going to be a bad move for them. And let me explain to you why. I'm not just going to say that just to say it. I'm going to break down in this video why I think it's a bad move. Think about all the people up to this point within the last, I'd say, year, 2 years or so, 3 years you could say, that have gone to WWE, that left AEW, and have gone to WWE. Whether they were in WWE before, or they came from other places and went to AEW, and now they're in WWE. Think about where they are. Think about the list of talents that have left AEW and are now in WWE. What are they doing exactly? They're not doing much of anything. Outside of Cody Rhodes, who is really making an impact in that company? Who is really being featured in that company? Nobody. And Cody Rhodes, he may be the one exception, but the thing about Cody Rhodes is, yes, he was an executive in AEW. He was in WWE prior to that. Of course, we all know this. He started out in WWE way back when. And then he went to AEW. He joined the Young Bucks, and Tony Khan and Kenny Omega, and he formed AEW, so on and so on. We all know the story. And then he went back to WWE later. And the thing about Cody is, he is the world champion. He is the WWE champion right now, and he's the top guy, quote-unquote. But let's face facts here. And this is something that I really want people to come to terms with. If it wasn't for the fact that Vince McMahon is no longer in the company, if it wasn't for all the shit that's going on with the Vince McMahon stuff, which, by the way, there's a Netflix documentary that came out like a day or so ago, which I haven't watched yet. Whenever I get the chance to, I'll try to check that out, and so on and so forth. All the shit going on with Vince McMahon right now, if it wasn't for him no longer being in power, being ousted from the company, and Endeavor owning WWE, if it wasn't for that, Cody Rhodes would not be in the spot that he's in right now. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I mean, think about it. Earlier this year, Vince McMahon wasn't even here earlier this year. Earlier this year, there was a story that Cody Rhodes, the plan was for Cody Rhodes to not even challenge Roman Reigns for the world title. It was supposed to have been Roman versus Rock. Going into that Royal Rumble when Cody Rhodes did win it, which was reportedly the plan. Going into that, the story was, or the plan was for Cody Rhodes to challenge Seth Rollins for the world's title, not Roman Reigns. The plan was Roman versus Rock. But some things happened, and the report is, hold on one second. Okay, sorry. So anyway, so the story was that Cody Rhodes was set to face Seth Rollins for the world's title at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns was going to defend the title against The Rock at WrestleMania in the main event. And then, of course, we saw what happened in the Royal Rumble. Cody pointed at Roman, and then we heard backstage, quote-unquote, news, allegedly, this was nothing confirmed, but Cody Rhodes did some things or said some things backstage, tried to politic his way, tried to change the who all he was going to face, blah, blah. And then, of course, we heard the media backlash, the backlash from the fans, after they basically teased Roman versus Rock and so on and so forth. They threatened The Rock's daughter. Of course, I mentioned all this before in the video. And plans change, and Cody Rhodes ended up facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and he beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the title. And the rest is history. But had it not been for all that stuff, the alleged stuff that Cody did backstage and the fan backlash and so on and so forth, we would not be seeing Cody Rhodes as world champion right now. It would still be Roman Reigns as champion, and he would be fucking going into 2025 still to this point the fucking world champion. And in some cases, in a number of ways, you could say that's a good thing, because I think nobody wanted to see Roman Reigns as champion for this fucking long anyway. But that being said, if it had not been for Vince McMahon being ousted, if Vince McMahon was still in power right now, Cody Rhodes would not be world champion. That is an undeniable fact. Nobody can fucking deny that. Cody Rhodes would not be a world champion right now. He would not. Simple as that. Anyway, getting back to my main point. Outside of Cody Rhodes, who in WWE right now who came from AEW is really doing anything? No, nobody. Nobody. None of them. Not a single one. Okay? What is Shawn Spears doing? What is Brian Pillman Jr. doing? What is Dragon Lee doing? What is Andrade doing? Ethan Page, Jade Cargill. What are they all doing in WWE right now? Nothing. Look at Jade Cargill, for example. What is she doing? She's sitting around in a nothing tag team with Bianca Belair holding a pair of worthless WWE Women's Tag Belts. And yes, they are fucking worthless. And that is not me woman hating or any of that bullshit, so don't get on your fucking soapbox about that. It is the general consensus in the community in the IWC that the WWE Women's Tag Division is non-existent and the titles are meaningless. They're worthless. They have been since they were fucking first created. Years ago. So Jade Cargill's in there doing nothing. You got fucking Dragon Lee doing nothing down in NXT, or I don't know if he's in NXT, the main roster, whatever. You got Ethan Page. Oh, Ethan Page, NXT champion. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Wait till he gets called up to the main roster. Then we'll see how relevant he is. Okay? What's fucking Shawn Spears doing? Jobbing in NXT. What is Brian Pillman Jr. doing? Jobbing in NXT. He doesn't even use it. They don't even allow him to use Brian Pillman Jr. He's under a different name. I don't even know what the fuck it is. That's how relevant he is. That's how relevant Brian Pillman Jr. is. Look at all these guys. All these names. Andrade. What is Andrade doing? Jobbing and fucking wrestling 3-minute matches on fucking Twitter? Wow, some career advancement, right? Some brilliant career move there, Andrade. Like, seriously, what are these guys doing since they left AEW? Nothing. So what the fuck makes you think? What do you think is going to happen when the Lucha Bros come to the WWE? Again, it's out there. They said the report is they signed already, or they're going to sign. Blah blah blah. And I don't really. By the way, before I continue, I don't really count CM Punk because CM Punk is more of his own entity. He was in WWE prior, then he went to AEW, did what he did, and then he went back to WWE. I don't really count him. I don't really include him in that. But everybody else, every single other wrestler, every single other talent, minus Cody Rhodes, who has gone from AEW to WWE, has not done a damn thing since they've been there. So what the hell do you think they're going to do with the Lucha Brothers when they get to the WWE final? What do you think they're going to do with them? They're either A, going to be sent down to NXT for a year or a year and a half, 2 years, and do nothing and amount to nothing in that tag team division or whatever they do with them. Or they're going to put them right on the main roster and they're going to throw them in some random faction, be it the LWO or Judgment Day or whatever fucking faction they got there, whatever Latino faction they got there, because they have to throw all the Latinos, all the Mexicans together in one faction because that's WWE for you. And they're going to get fucking lost in the shuffle. And they're not going to do fucking jack shit with them. Because that's what the hell they do. Again, Dragon Lee, Andrade, same thing. Everybody else, every talent they've gotten, they have done nothing with since they moved from AEW to WWE. What makes you think the Lucha Brothers are going to be any exception? Like, seriously. You really think WWE is going to take talents from another promotion and make them and feature them on their fucking shit, on their fucking shows? Of course fucking not. Of course not. Again, I state Cody Rhodes is the exception because he was in WWE prior. Same thing with CM Punk. But they're not going to feature the Lucha Brothers in any way, shape, or form in any capacity. So I don't know what people are getting excited about. And then I got fucking dumbasses on Twitter, dumbasses on here on YouTube and comments talking about, oh, well, Tony Khan and AEW fucking dropped the ball of the Lucha Brothers. Oh, Tony Khan, AEW dropped the ball of fucking Rey Fenix. What the fuck are you talking about? They didn't drop a ball off Rey Fenix. How the fuck did they drop the ball off the Lucha Brothers? Are you fucking high? Are you fucking retarded? The Lucha Brothers were one of the best tag teams in fucking AEW. Multiple time AEW tag team champions. On top of the world in that tag team division. One of the best, at one point, one of the best tag team divisions in wrestling, you could argue. And everybody agreed. The Lucha Brothers were a big part of that. Former AEW World Tag Team Champions beat the fucking Young Bucks in a badass, just epic, grueling fucking steel cage match a couple years ago. You all remember that. They had fucking table spots, they had thumbtack spots, the whole nine. And the Lucha Brothers came out on top in that. And they established themselves as a top tag team in that division. AEW World Tag Team Champions, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, AEW Trios Tag Champions. And when Rey Fenix was a singles for the time that he was by himself because Penta was out, he was on the shelf, he was injured, Rey Fenix was a fucking international champion, beat Jon Moxley for that title. Granted, the finish to that match was, whatever, but it is what it is. So what the fuck are these people talking about just saying AEW dropped the ball off the Lucha Brothers? They dropped the ball off Rey Fenix. Get the fuck out of here. They didn't drop nothing. The Lucha Brothers were one of the most celebrated top-tier tag teams in that fucking company. And trust me, when they go to WWE, they will not even see a hint. They will not even be a tenth as good or a tenth as well presented as they were in AEW. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. They're going to be another fucking they're going to be another byproduct. They're going to be, I guarantee you in a couple months, they're going to feel like another face. They're going to feel like another name, just another tag team on that show. I mean, fuck, like, I don't know what it is about you people from whenever, there's rumors of WWE acquiring former AEW talents, you get all fucking excited like they're actually going to do something. It's like they don't even do shit with the fucking talents they got. They're not doing anything with Nakamura. He hasn't been used in God knows how long. AJ Styles hasn't been on TV in God knows how long, apparently. They're not doing shit with Kevin Owens. They didn't do shit with Bobby Lashley for a long ass time. That's why he's leaving. They don't do shit with the guys they got. So what the fuck makes you think they're going to take talents from another promotion, from AEW specifically, which is the competition for them? What makes you think those guys are going to do any better in WWE than they did in AEW? Jade Cargill, for instance. Jade Cargill was unfucking defeated in AEW. What, 60-0, 62-0, a year and a half, 2-year span, undefeated? Had a fucking tag team with Shaq, got the rub from Shaquille O'Neal, a fucking global sports superstar. Was the undefeated TBS champion for almost 2 years. She went from that to being in a nothing tag team with Bianca Belair. Wow, such an improvement. I don't know what it is people think that going from AEW to WWE is some big increase, it's some big bump up. It's not. It's not. And those names that I just threw out there prove that. But you all really think that they're going to do something over in WWE. You really think that. They're not. Trust me. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's their decision. What the fuck? It's their choice. It's their decision. They decide what they want to do with their lives, where they want to wrestle, so on and so forth. It's totally their decision. I'm just saying, personally, for me, I think it's going to be a mistake. It's going to be a bad move, and I think, it's going to take a couple months, but they're going to realize just how bad of a move it is. I'm sure Jade Cargill and others are saying how bad of a move it is. Yet you all are sitting here talking, oh, well, I can't wait for Wardlow. I can't wait for Ricky Starks. I can't wait for fucking whoever else they said, Malachi Black. I can't wait for him to return. I can't wait for this person to return. What makes you think all these people are just going to... What makes you think, first of all, WWE is even going to sign all these guys just because they leave AEW? And number two, what makes you think that they're going to be so good, so much better in WWE than they were in AEW? Like, seriously. Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. I just gave you a litany. I just gave you a whole list of talents that aren't doing shit in WWE, that were actually established, or to a degree established, in AEW. And the Lucha Brothers will be no exception. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. You can not like that. You can disagree. You can hate. You can fucking say whatever about me you want. But you know that I'm speaking the truth. So I just hope they know what they're doing. I hope they know what they're getting into. And I personally think that in time, they're going to realize just how much of a mistake it is. Because you're really going to see it. You're going to see it in the first 6 months, the first year. They're going to see what kind of... We're going to see how they push these guys. We're going to see how they use them. And if they do anything of what I just mentioned, which I strongly believe they will, then them going there will have been a mistake. I just hope they realize that, and by the time their contract expires, which I don't know how long the extent of their contract is, or how long their deal is, I don't know, 3 years, 5 years, whatever WWE signs these guys to, hopefully when their contract expires, they realize that, and then they return back to where they belong. Because you got all these people out here talking about, whenever somebody goes to, whenever somebody goes from WWE to AEW, they're going to realize that they had it better in WWE, and then they're going to return home, blah, 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 like they did, like with fucking Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks. Oh, she's getting the bag, and then she's going to return home because they all returned to WWE. Why the fuck can't they do that with AEW? Why can't they realize, that they're in the wrong place, and then they return home when their contract expires with WWE and go back to AEW? Why can't that happen? Why does WWE have to be the fucking be-all, end-all? I don't get it. It's not. It is not the be-all, end-all. Simple as that. So, yeah. So, I don't know what else to tell you. And also, thought I'd bring this point up, too, because people want to sit here and talk about AEW drops the ball, the Lucha Brothers, which they fucking didn't. Multiple-time tag team champions. Trios tag team champions. You had... What happened was... These guys, injuries. Injuries happened. Rey Fenix was out for a long time with multiple injuries, out for stints, months, 4, 5, 6 months out, or a couple times. Pentagon was out for a good while. Pena El Santo was out for a while with injuries. That's why Rey Fenix was on his own. He was, wrestling on his own. He had a singles run for a bit. He was an international champion, as I just mentioned. Their tag partner, Death Triangle Pac, was out for a good while, almost a year, a little over a year. These guys were in and out with injuries. They were on the shelf. It happens. It's pro wrestling. Guys get hurt. And then, what happens is they come back and, they kind of don't really fit into plans and they're not used as much. That's what happens. But don't fucking sit here and don't fucking sit here and try and twist that into, AEW dropped the ball, Tony Khan dropped the ball with him. Because they didn't. Gave them multiple stints with the world tag team titles in both AEW and Ring of Honor. Trios champions, everything. What more could they have done? What more could Tony Khan and AEW have done? So how the fuck did they drop the ball with them? That makes no fucking sense. And the only reason people are saying this is because they want so bad to have people believe that, WWE treats wrestlers better than AEW. Bullshit. Drop the ball. Get the fuck out of here. How many talents has WWE dropped the ball with over the last fucking decade? Exactly. Now get out of my face. But anyway, so as I was saying before, to kind of wrap this up, kind of summarize this, Lucha Bros go to WWE. They sign on WWE. Man, see what happens. Wish them luck. But I personally think it's going to be a mistake. It's going to be a bad move, and we're gonna really see it when they first start being utilized on TV. If they are utilized on TV, be it NXT or the main roster. And in 6 months to a year, there will be another face. There will be another name. There will be another generic tag team in WWE. It is what it is. That's what WWE does with talents like this. They're going to throw them into a Mexican faction, throw them into a Latino faction, the LWO or whatever variation of the Judgment Day is currently on, whatever, with fucking Dominic Mysterio and Carlito or whoever. And they're going to be another face. They're going to be another face. They're going to be another name. Look at what's happened with fucking Guerrillas of Destiny, with Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Which, by the way, one of those two isn't really doing so well. He's really being called out for not being all that good of a wrestler in WWE. I think it's Tongaloa, I believe. But yeah. So that's my opinion. That's kind of where I stand with it. That's what I've, just kind of come to my... When I look at it kind of from my perspective, that's just what I see. That's what I see happening. I don't see them really doing anything relevant in WWE. And not because they're not good, not because they're not talented, because they're hella talented, but because WWE's not going to have a good use for them. WWE's not going to use them right. They're not going to use them properly. And a tag team like this should be used. They're going to be thrown together with everybody else, and there's going to be another name and another face on the roster like everybody else. It's simple as that. It sucks, but it is what it is. That's WWE for you. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on it. So I just personally think it's going to be a mistake, and I just hope they realize that before it's too late. But anyway, so that's all I wanted to say for this video. So we'll see what happens down the line. Anyway, that's all I want to. That's all I want to delve into here. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative, whatever have you. Whether you agree, disagree, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. Give me your thoughts on anything I talked about here, touched on here. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. With that being said, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, man. So thank you for watching once again. I'll see you guys in the next video. And later on, of course, we got Dynamite Grand Slam, as I mentioned. Should be a badass show, great show, stacked show. So I'm going to enjoy that. But anyway, that's all I want to say for now. So thanks for watching again. Until next time, Wrestle Taco, I'm out. See you guys later, and peace.